So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL, and for the very first time we are debuting a new circuit. No, that's a complete nonsense word there. We're not debuting a circuit for the first time. For the very first time we are making our debut here at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve is probably the words that should have come out of my mouth first time around. We'll get going now, it's fine. So round 5 of the season then, it is, oh no it's not. I am absolutely lost. Where are we? It's round 6. Where are we? Not off to a good start. Not off to a good start. I think it might be around 6. Look at the standings too. Yes, it's round 6. Ignore me, I'm talking nonsense. Right, round 6 of the season then. It is our third full-length endurance race of the season here at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. The first time we've ever been here then, so nobody has any prior experience at this track. It's all new and fresh. So anything can and will happen tonight then. And we are probably going to be once again treated to some superb GT2 and GT3 action. We've seen great races across this season already. Some titanic scraps up and down the field in both GT2 and GT3. Anything, well, both championships still wide open then. Last time out we were at Spa-Francorchamps, it was the Mazdas and the Ferraris. Last week then in the sprint race it was Blue Flag who was victorious. No it wasn't. Yes it was. Yes it was. Forgetting he went backwards. He was unsafely went backwards, wasn't it? Yeah, so Blue Flag was victorious then in the sprint race, while Unsafe Release was dominantly victorious in the Ferraris. Then getting his donuts in now, practicing for when he has to rejoin later on. One thing about tonight then, this circuit, to get the speed around here you really need to attack the curbs, and the one thing the Ferrari 296 does not like is curbs. So it is going to be a blend then. How much curb dare you take, or will this be the scene? 100 people then. Just designed to destroy his rear tyres. We should be getting going any time. Everybody is in the lobby. waiting then, let's have a quick rundown of the standings coming in to this week then. So, in GT2, those of you unsafe release still leads the way. After getting caught up in a little bit of carnage in the opening lap, so unsafe getting himself a penalty and fell into the pack in the Mazda's race and had to fight his way back through, recovered brilliantly for P2 before dominantly winning in the feature race, and he leads the way on 214 points. Blue flag though keeping him very honest in second on 206. He of course won the Mazda race but only finished third in the main race. Then it was Joker who came home in second, who keeps in touch in third in the standings on 186. Then 3 third places, 2 seconds this season, then not yet stood on the top step of the podium. Could tonight be the night. With the new track, Gilles having a good season then in fourth. He's next on 151 points. Odon is P5, and he was a star in the Mazdas last week. We're having to continue that form into this race, and he's fifth in on 139. Then Derek is sixth on 124. Face Potter is seventh on 111. And Matman in 8th on 109. Of course, Matman had a bit of a spin at the start last time out, so didn't get the result that perhaps he wanted last week. He'll be looking to bounce back strongly this week. In GT3, Zomlar leads the way, and comfortably so as well, having an epic season by his own standards as well. 5 wins on his way to 137 points. Then he leads by 39 points over Nobby Norris, who's second on 98. A couple of wins to his name as well. Then Stufa is third on 92. Monte Carlo is fourth on 75. And Beach would be there. He's next on 71.5, but he is stepped down for the rest of the season. So Mikey is now dropping down into GT2. Stroke 3. For the rest of the season. Then I came back in 6th on 40 with Static Shocker in 7th on 16. So that is how everything stands coming into this week. Cars then out onto track now. Leading the way is Zomlar. Actually no rain tonight. Unsafe sandbagging, absolutely. Yes, Unsafe has a good penalty for impeding in qualifying last week. So, or rather, overtaking and impeding in qualifying last week. So Dom then sporting a nice blue livery. This week then, Mikey behind him in the Skechers car. And we've got Stufa in that lovely split livery. Unsafe in the Red Dead livery. Derek then this week has gone more traditional Ferrari colours. Yeah, he was super quick. After the 37 as well. I've done my first laps tonight. I managed to get to a 37 as well. So just picked the fastest time in qualifying, in practice. So there or thereabouts. Time is not being forthcoming. Joker then running a slightly revised livery this week as well. More red and black on his car. 36, fucking hell. Batman, of course, in the classic Newcastle livery. Then in his Team Fox livery. Spider-Man face Potter. I've noticed in the Shark car. People was in the livery, same route as you were. Right then, let's go on board for a lap of Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Difficult braking point then for turn 1. Just difficult to pick your braking reference then. Nicely into turn 1. Down the first gear then. Hook that curb and pick the throttle up as quickly as you dare. Use all the track, don't lose the rear. And then again, late as you like on the brakes then. Use a bit of the curb there and a bit of the curb there. You see the car's getting unsettled. Then try and stay tight through the right-hander, then over to the wall, down to second gear, then again try and use a bit of the curb there, but not too much. Unsettles the car. Pick the throttle up, run out to the wall. A short blast along the back straight here, and then brake late as you like again. Use some of the curves, but not too much. Then again, right up against the wall next to there. You've got to use all the track. You've got to be up close with the walls, grazing those walls. So the speed is then down then to the hairpin. Brake as late as you're there. This is a very tricky car because the corner because the car's really struggle to get around here. And then on to the back stretch we go. Speed building, and it'll probably hit top gear. as you like, then down into the final chicane. Again, attack the curbs a little bit, but mind the wall champions on the right. Up towards the line we go. It's going to be a 38.9 from Zom. Mikey goes 37.3. So Mikey has got some real pace about him tonight. Immediately into 37 unsafe, then with a 37.2. Immediately usurps it then, so is it going to be Mikey challenging unsafe tonight, and Joker slots into third. Only 38.7, so a massive gap there between the top two and the rest of the field at the moment. There's blue flag. Attacking the curves there. Out of the final corner he comes. It's Carlo then. 8.41.5. So the line goes blue flag, and he goes second. Then he splits unsafe, and Mikey then, so the top three covered by a tenth of a second. Of course, the top three in this race currently, or in qualifying at the moment, of course, are all legacies of FTRL's F1 league, so they know this circuit quite well. Moment, and it looks like he's going to be between these three then. Is Mikey going to improve on this lap? Where is he's behind him? Just missed out there. So Mikey's coming up to the line, and he's going to get a slipstream from Zom down the back straight. Is Zom going to impede him through the final corner? Mikey's going to go for some tyres. So as predicted in the chat there, we are going to see some pit stops then for fresh rubber. Unsafe. He thinks he's improving. Attacking the curbs nicely, gets a little bit slidey there at the final corner. And hugging the white line on the right hand side. To the line he comes. Does he improve? He does. It's a 36.6. Big improvement, half a second there. Improvement for unsafe release, and really opens that gap up to blue flag. Can he respond? Into the back straight he comes. Mystic Meg, I thought you were just a fossil. No, blue flag is in for tyres. So the current running order then, unsafe on pole position provisionally. Blue flag in the pits. P2, Mikey back out on some fresh rubber, then in third. Joker then in fourth. Stupa is fifth, and the current leader in GT3. I thought Mikey would be in GT2, but not quite sure where he's ended up anyway. Derek in P6 going well. Gilles in 7th, and Zom in P8. Face Potter is P9. On P10. Batman is in P11, and of course F1 stalwart. Getting back P12, he has got himself, he's not P12, he's got himself a qualifying penalty. So, body ban for him this week, so he will be starting at the back. Monte Carlo 13th, Static Shocker in 14th, Marvin Norris at the moment seems to have got a time on the board. It's not registering a time anyway. If he does, this is 51.9. So then pits for some fresh rubber. He lets Matman go. So Matman going to go to the pits though. Just going around Mikey then has compromised his start of his lap. Then his Joker improves to a 37.9. Nice jump up there from him. Mikey has compromised himself here, so he's gone to start a lap and compromises the final corner, and has ruined his lap already then, so he's going to cruise around, try and find a gap. He's coming out the pits then, unsafe release, back on track. Blue flag, where is he? He's trying to get himself some clear track, coming onto the back straight. So can anybody stop unsafe release, because he is looking like the man to beat around here at the moment. The blue flag then coming to start his next lap. See some more pit stops then. Zom's up to 5th, so it's a nice jump there from him. From a 38.9 to a 38.3. Just jumped him up 3 places ahead of Derek Stufa and Glyn. They've also improved. final corner. Is this lap going to be an improvement? The answer is not quite, no. Oh, the devil. If I'm blue flag then, he's the first of our top 3 on a flying lap. He needs to find himself 0.6 of a second from somewhere. It was unsafe release coming out to turn 1, so it's gone board then with current provisional pole sitter. Let's see how he's doing it. Ooh, slide in the rear there, trying to get the power down. Scruffy start to the lap. Very scruffy start to the lap. Sliding around on the curbs. It's 0.2 of a second down, so not improving on this lap. What about blue flag then? Ooh, Mikey's also drifting. Nobody Weston gets time on the board. Blue flag improve. Answer is no, he does not. So he's got a scruffy lap as well. So Felice, if he backed out of this lap, then we'll come up to the next checkpoint. We'll find out. Realistically, I think so. So back and find Mikey. So he's still on a lap. Is he improving? He is not improving, and this might be his final chance, you know. Blue flag's going to get one more shot at it. No, he's slowed up as well, so I think then that's going to be it then. And so Felice is not going to get around for another lap. Blue flag is already down. Mikey is also not going to get around for another lap. So there's going to be no improvements at the top. Gilles to the wall of champions. I don't know if that's an ominous sign or not. A vision of his future. FTRL and Derek coming to the line. Does he improve? He does, and he jumps ahead of Stufer. Chris's line does not improve. On Carlo, face Potter, Matt Man out the corner, sideways and around. Oh, he's Matt caused it. And Carlo does not improve. Face Potter does though, up to 8th place. Jumps Stufer as well. Where's Matt Man gone? It's Nobby Norris. He's found his way into the pit lane. That's where he is. Nobby Norris, does he improve in his final run? No, he does not. Shocker has, oh, he's quite bits. So we built it up, but yeah, the driver's struggling to get laps in at the end there, and it's as you were. There's an unsafe release, comfortably on pole position by just under a 0.6 of a second, by 1,000th on pole, and blue flag, 3-second penalty. Jesus. He will be lining up second. Then Mikey on his return to the GT2, GT3 grid. Pops at P3 then, excellent qualifying from him, great pace shown there. Joker in 4th, trying to keep in touch with blue flag and unsafe then, trying to keep his faint hopes of retaining his GT2 title alive. That's going to be a difficult ask because those front two are looking very, very quick. Zom then, great qualifying from him there in P5, he wins the GT3, I believe, because I'm not sure whether Mikey's in GT3 or GT2. Glyn, P6, Derek P7, we're qualifying there from him. Face Potter P8, qualifying his brother Switch Stufer in P9. Batman starts P10, ahead of the aforementioned Odon. Monte Carlo P12, Norris P13, Static Shocker will be P14, and I came back will be at the back. Fever wants a Zombomb into turn 1. You know what to do, Zom. You know what to do. So qualifying over and done with then, let's get some predictions in the chat please for the race. Can anybody stop unsafe release, or is he going to walk away with this one? Of course I have no idea on the strategy for this one, because I've done, the first laps I've done were in the practice lobby with the guys just before here, and I managed a sort of low 37, so I hope we're not doing low 36s in GT1 Pagani, because I will not be getting anywhere near the front of that. Has been cancelled though, because of course I forgot to mention our pole sitter has a 3 grid place penalty for impeding in qualifying last week. So he will be starting P4. So blue flag, Mikey and Joker will all move up. So there are your first three. Unsafe then starting P4. How many laps before Unsafe takes the lead? Well, that is the question. Now, as you can see around here, it's a very narrow track. It's very difficult to overtake around here. So it's going to be a lot of bits on mistakes more than anything. Now, Joker's difficult not to crack. Mikey will spin, probably, yes. Blue flag, we know, is very difficult to overtake anywhere, let alone here. So let's see. So right, now while they're doing that, I just need to do something very quickly. I need to go out. I need to show everybody something. Now, for those of you might know. Where are you? Where is it? It's not there. Why is it not there? Go for Jeff. Leave me alone. So the groundhog, it's not there. It's supposed to be there. Where is the groundhog? The Gran Turismo likes its Easter eggs. It's not there. I'm out of my car, leave me alone. So the rule is that you can cut the white line on the exit, provided there is not a car on the inside. The onus is going to be on the car rejoining the circuit to enter cleanly. If there is contact at turn 2 rather, as a result of a car leaving the pits, then the penalty will be applied to the car leaving the pits because they are joining the track. So the car on track coming round has priority. That is the rule. So if you spin somebody off, you crash into somebody there, it's on you. Looks like we're about to get ready to go. Who's done the most miles? Who's done the most miles then? Let's have a look. Who's done 1,000? Seth Leap has done 2,200. Facebook's done 1,900. Nobby Norris is doing 800 and backwards. Then 1,600. Derek's done 2,300. As a Zom. Mikey's done 3,200. Thatcher's done 976. Steve's done 210. Safe's done 3.5. Flag's done 2.9. I came back to done 800. 2,000 for Joker. So I think it's just Unsafe Release. 3,576 against Mikey's 3.2. Yeah, so Unsafe's done the most in this car. 3,576.2 miles. Yes. Taking a few miles off the car, yeah, Nobby. I'll definitely hope it passes MOT. Right then, here we go. 48 laps then, a long old race around the circuit. Gilles Villeneuve. Blue flag starts on pole. He's on the medium tyres. Mikey is second on the softs. It's the mediums for Joker in third. It's the mediums for Unsafe in fourth. And for Zom in fifth. Glyn in sixth. It's the hards for Derek in seventh. And for Face Spotter in 8th, the mediums for Stufa in 9th, the hards for Matman in P10, and Odon in 11th. It's the mediums for Monte Carlo in 12th, and for Nobby Norris, it's the softs for Static Shocker, and the mediums before I came back. And away we go. 48 laps then. Cars then making their way down to turn 1. He was like leading the field. Already close enough for a move. They're thinking about a move on Gilles, perhaps. Further back there. Everybody gets through there. Okay, right, then blue flag trying to break a break. Mikey, though, on the soft tyres, he's going to be racing in these first laps. Then has he made a mistake? He's going to be stuck behind the immovable object. Is he going to be wasting those soft tyres, or can he find an opening? Can he do a button on Vettel in 2011? Force a mistake. It's not going to rain here, though. Good Narbans, Herr Jones, Gates. It's unsafe release now, already onto the back of Joker, and he's bringing his on with him as well. Bit of a gap between the first two and third place, but minimal gap. There's Mikey bouncing over the curbs. The blue flag there, sideways. You can hear that screech of the tyres there. He bounced off the curbs. But it is still as you were as he head down to the hairpin for the first time. Oh, I came back and Monte Carlo collided at the chicane. They come out of the hairpin for the first time. We're on board with Zom. Looking at the back of unsafe release, you've got Gilles in the screen, aka the mirror. There's Mikey on for a move. Mikey then is close to blue flag. He wants to make the most of these soft tyres. He doesn't want to regret this decision to start on these if he can't get into clean air. Oh, blue flag's had a big slide. There's a chance, but Mikey clips the wall of champions. Well, not under threat there. It's compromised. He might have had a run there had he not hit the wall quite so hard. In the background then unsafe. Still looking for a way past Joker. Mikey trying to get a tight line there, but the car gets away from him. The rear tyres giving up grip into the chicane. The car is stationary. Oh god, who is that? No, it's Monte Carlo. He's got problems. Seems to be stuck. What's happened to Monte Carlo? Well, I need to be careful here. There might be a car on the apex of this second part of the chicane. And Mikey, there is a... I think he's moved. The dreaded glitch of the wheel. I wonder if he's got a Logitech. So Mikey then... Looks like he has now got moving finally. And that's a race over already, unfortunately for him. Big shade there. Mikey Howe has a big chance here. Then blue flag's going to go defensive. Of course he is. Mikey's going to have to go the long way around. He's going to compromise his entry into the final chicane though. Does blue flag let him have it? The answer is no, he does not. And Mikey has to go with the runoff. He'll have to give that place back. And gets a half-second penalty for his troubles as well then. Behind them, blue unsafe still looking for a way past Joker. He's closing in now. Thinks about a move into turn one, but not close enough. Well, Glenn's up to fifth and he's passed on. Slooper going well in P7, then Face Potter in P8. Matman going a little bit deep there is Derek. He's going down the order because he's on those hard tyres. Car sneaking around a little bit there. Nobinara switching to the inside then for the run to the first chicane. Car's left the room. Oh, terrible showing there. Sounds like he's had some wheel issues. Shocker going well in 13th on the back of the pack. Nice job there, and I came back and we saw had a drama with the aforementioned Monte Carlo. Unfortunately has left the room. Out of the hairpin in the back of the car, slips around then Mikey, then about to serve his half-second penalty. It's on the back straight here, which is going to be an absolute killer. However, he's got a nice advantage here over Joker, so he should be safe into the final chicane then, not be under threat. That will give a blue flag a nice advantage. Get into the chicane for the complete lap 3. A nice line there, right up against the wall. It's where you need to be. Top four, they're making a nice little bit of a break here. Blue flag leads them by 7/10 of a second from Mikey, who's 1.1 ahead of Joker, who is half a second up on unsafe release. So 3.5 seconds back then to Gilles, leading the next little gaggle of cars with Zom in close pursuit, and then Stufer. And a bit of a gap back. Face Potter going well in 8th. Matman's up to 9th then, ahead of Odon. Robin Norris has cleared Derek then, who's just slipping down the order, but he is on the hard tyre, remember. Odon and Matman and Face Potter as well, though. Also the hard tyre, so these are the hard tyre runners. Oh, Face Potter lights the rear tyre up there. All kinds of squirrely. Slow at the minute, isn't it? If we look at the guys on the hard tyres, let's look at the... I came back. Oh, he's caught the curb. Gets away with it just about them. Oh, Mikey's got another half-second penalty. Just Mikey. It's FTRL. Just Mikey half-second penalty at the moment. He goes purple. But that penalty is going to again drop him off the back of Blue Flag, who he's just caught back up to. It's not massive. There's not a lot of heavy load corners really. Like even the first couple of corners, even though they are quite long, they're very slow speed, so they're not going to be hurting the tyres too much. Markin serves his penalty. Oh, gets very squirrely off the curb there at the final corner. But once again, it's at a better exit than Blue Flag, and further back unsafe. Has had another good launch then as he tries to make a move on Joker this time. Gets to the inside. Down the inside, could Joker hang it around the outside and the inside for two? No, the answer is no, he can't. Unsafe then up to third, finally making that move. The front two have made a bit of a break. That's 2.5 seconds, but based on his pace in qualifying, Unsafe should be able to close that gap down. Mikey once again showing the pace. He's straight back onto the back of Blue Flag. Soft tyres are helping. Finding a way through is a very difficult prospect. The man ahead of you is FTRL Blue Flag, aka of the wall. Unsafe bring him and Joker back into contention with those two. The gap has grown. Zom is now fighting back against Glyn as well in the battle for fifth. On the brakes to the hairpin then, the dome there in the background. Go 8989, let's go Blue Flag. Here's the chant. He continues to defend the lead. Mikey though again pops to the inside, but just showing in the mirrors. Curves nicely there, Blue Flag, good exit this time. Mikey again using all the track there right up to the wall. Oh, further back than Zom, not able to find a way through. Mounts the curves out the final corner. Still for keeping them honest, well in P7, running well. Then we've got the hard tyre runners, it's Face Potter leading that charge then. Odon in 9th, now Norbert is 10th. What has happened to Matman? He's down to P12. Looks like he's had an off somewhere on this lap, and Static Shocker, in fact, shout out to him, still with the pack. So doing very well so far. Good performance from him so far. Great to see. And we want to be racing here every week. Carries on like this. Going back there doing a personal best. So getting into his rhythm now. Can he close that gap back up onto the pack? Long way to go. Of course, we're on lap 6 of 48. Speaking of that defensive masterclass then, it is in full operation now because Mikey is right there with him. All over the back as they come to the break. Oh, big slide once again from Blue Flag as he tries to get the power down. And here once again comes Mikey at him. And head down to the braking zone for the hairpin for the 6th time. Is Mikey close enough for a move? The answer is no. At the moment, Unsafe Release is not catching these two. Well, he has had a better run out the hairpin, but look at other than now the guys ahead are pulling away ever so slightly again. So a couple of tenths back. Chipping away, of course, a long way to go. Into the final chicane, then need a clean run through here. Oh, big moment for Blue Flag, big moment for Blue Flag, and through goes Mike. There we go, there's the opportunity. And now can Unsafe capitalise as well? I don't think so. But there's curbs there at the final corner, just caught Blue Flag. He just hit it just a little bit wrong, he unsettled the car massively. And Mikey pounces to take the lead, and that's what Mikey needed on those soft tyres. Now can he break away? He's now got the clear track he needs. Of course that will come back and bite him later on. And the other guys are on the soft tyres and he's not. Big 4-tyre drift there. Blue Flag as well. So pull the last left seat. Hooray! On the curb, they can hear the cart sliding around. Blue flag now needs to regroup with the Union Rose. Cheering on Mikey. He leads by 1.7 seconds now. He's ready to turn to the intermediate class. And again, blue flag catching that orange curb just slightly wrong and unsettles the car. An unsafe release is ever closer. Come down to the hairpin for the 7th time. Smooth around there, getting the power down early. So Felice is right there. The blue flag has had a slightly better exit. Is pulling away. Now the slipstream starts to take effect though, and unsafe starts to close in again. Now that last lap mistake will be weighing on his mind this time around. He's so precise in here brake. There's no real braking markers. It's a little bit deep into there. Rounds the curve again. Big drift. Unsafe then taking a chunk of time out of here. He's got a run. He's got a big run. What's blue flag going to do? Does he defend the inside? He just stays ahead. He's a little bit deep into turn 2, but he can just hug the apex and there'll be no way through. Again, getting a little bit squirrely there, trying to get the power down. Unsafe might fancy a look here. Not close enough. Blue flag survives. Again, no big drift there as he gets the power down. The car's sliding off the curbs. There's a personal best in sector 1. There's the blue flag is still motoring. Getting all over those curbs though. Risky, very risky. Again, big slide there as he gets the power down. Joker hanging on in the background. No, he does not, does he at all? He is squirrely as you like. Let's have a look at him coming out the chicane. We've seen him sliding here before. And again, oh, there he made. That car is twitching. Battle for 5th rages on. Glynn still 5th. Zom still right in his bumper. And Stufer still keeping them honest. A couple of seconds back. Zom having an absolutely superb season. 5 wins in GT3 already. Overall podium at Red Bull Ring as well. Really strong season there, and it's comfortably clear in the standings for GT3. He's going to wrap up his first title. Man to deny him is currently in P10, Nobby Norris. It's been a change for second meanwhile. Unsafe then out of the final corner. Sweeps down the inside in turn 1. There goes a little bit deep. Can just hug that apex. Both cars there getting sliders to get the power down, but Unsafe is up to second place now. If I can have a look at this little group back here. Face Potter doing well in P8. Odon is in the pits, as is Derek. Getting off those hard tyres. So they're taking a short stint on the hard tyre then. Just 8 laps there. Through goes I came back. Shock is still going well. And back up to P10. Nobby Norris has now got some clear track. Let's try and chase down Face Potter. So Unsafe Release has now got clear of blue flag. What can he do out of Mikey's near 3-second gap? That's the fastest lap of the race on the medium tyre. Mikey's done a 37.8, Unsafe's done a 37.6, but on the mediums, Mikey's on the softs, remember. Very good job on fuel as well. Look, he's barely under half a tank. Let's go on board then. And giving chase. Wow, big tyre drift there. He gets off the curb. Blue flag still there. On board any big mistakes, because he will lose out again then. So let's have a look at Unsafes. Turn 1 nicely, then down to first gear for the hairpin, then pick the throttle up early as you can, get the back a little bit. Ooh, very slidey. Gets the power down then. Short shift up to 4th, down a second then. Ride a little bit the curb there and there. That curb on the right side, he's got plenty bit more on the right hand side there. He could have got up against the wall. With a lift there to stay tight, so the right-hander, and then down to first gear, then get the car tipped in. Quick short shift up to second, then to get the power down. On the back end there, just getting loose on him though. And to lift. So even the fastest man on the track is battling his car heavily. Down to second gear, first gear for the chicane, then get the nose in, then up to second. You see hear the short shift. Took the throttle. Short shift in a big fuel save going on at the moment. Down the first, then for the hairpin, get the car rotated. And again, a big slide there, getting right up against that wall on the left hand side. Taking half a second out of Mike's lead on this lap, where Mikey is just edging away again down this straight. Again, early upshifting them. Seeing there how taking a lot of curb into the final corner. Oh, half-second penalty. Too much curb. Mikey had a bit of a drama as well, but unsafe. Took too much curb at the final corner and got himself a half-second penalty then. So, opportunity here for blue flag if he can get close enough. A mistake from unsafe. He's wide there as well. Again, you see the cars twitching. Mikey made a mistake at the final corner. 40.1 that time around. Is 2 seconds slower than the lap previously. So, don't know if that's whether Mike's tyres have just gone off. See now, they lasted quite well to be fair. Still got a quarter of a tank of fuel as well, so. Yeah, I think he's probably got a lap or so in them still. They probably carry on, but it's whether or not it's worth it. He's losing too much time. What's the strategy? Is he trying to do the 2-stopper or is he going to do a 3-stopper? I would guess by the early stop from Odon and Derek, it's going to be a 3-stopper for them. What are they on now? Face Potter's just pitted. He's now on the medium tyres. Odon's on the softs, as is Derek, so that's what they've come out on then. Out of the hairpin comes Mike. Safety's about to serve his half-second penalty. Then is blue flag going to be close enough to take advantage? Don't believe so. It'll get closer. I think Mikey's going straight onto the pits. He is. Mikey pits then from the lead. Get off of those soft tyres. Looks like it's a little bit deep there into turn 1. Giving himself a bit of breathing room again. Joker now in a bit of a lonely third place. Glyn has put a little bit of time into Zom, who's now got Stufer for company. They've all just cleared Mikey, who's now coming out the pits on the hard tyre. He's going to drop into that gap there in P7, so he's got some clear track. What can he do with it? And how long is he fancying on those tyres? You can see he's only put in 2/3 of a tank. So that would suggest perhaps a 3-stop for Mikey. Now under all kinds of pressure from Stufer. He's been pressuring Glyn for a while, but Glyn has now edged away. And Stufer is sideways. He tries to get the power down. Zom immediately coming over to the right-hand side of the circuit to shut the door. Stufer then looking for a way through, then into the braking zone for the chicane. On board with Zom. And we feel the pressure from behind. There's the man that's applying it. Two down on his current best there. Stufer late on the brakes there, getting it stopped though nicely. Closes in. And Zom, a good hairpin. That grows there as Zom gets the power down earlier. Stufer, interesting, not chasing the slipstream there. Now picks it up again. Okay, we go then over the curbs. Oh, hits the wall. Oh, it's going to go round. Oh, Zom has a big moment off the curbs there. That's the danger of those curbs at the final corner. And Zom hits the wall hard. Through goes Stufer then up to 5th, and Mikey's now closing in as well. Now, Mikey would hope, I think he would have hoped to have cleared Zom there, because now he's got traffic. Mikey Mikey's got good pace tonight. He could do with some clear track, which he did have. Yeah, big shame for Zom though. He's been having a really good run until that point, but still in it. Oh, Mikey there lighting the rear tyres up on the runoff area there into the circuit. Can he find the way through? Can he pressure Zom into another mistake? Mikey hits the wall now as well. Yeah, I think he can do the pass fever. I think clear track's going to be Mikey's friend here because he's battling two very quick guys at the front. And Nobby Norris now in a bit of a lonely P8. Then he's 8 seconds behind Mikey and nearly 10 in front of Matman. Still going around on those hard tyres. Then Odon and Derek battling. These two have stopped. They're both now on the soft tyre. Odon has caught and passed Derek. I believe Derek was ahead of him. Derek under-fueled compared to Odon and jumped him in the pits, but Odon has found his way back through again. Just down to the hairpin we go. A bullring winner, Odon. B11, they've got face potted and P12 after his stop. He's now on the medium tyres. And came back. He's recently pitted, but again he's pitted but hasn't changed tyres. Now, he did this before. I swear he did this somewhere before early in the season, and I don't know why. There was no benefit to it. We did need to have a word with him after the race and tell him to change tyres. There's no point trying to save a few seconds on tyres because it will just cost you more over a stint. For the 3, 4, 5 seconds it takes to change tyres, you'll make that back over a stint comfortably. And Status Shocker. He's also pitted off the softs and is now on the hard tyre. Up front, Unsafe has not checked out. Blue Flag has kept him honest. He's still in slipstream range as well. So look at what they're doing on fuel. Blue Flag's a little bit worse on fuel. So is Blue Flag in this time, or does he have one more lap in the tank? Answer is, he's in this time, and he's going to try and undercut Unsafe Release. In comes Blue Flag then. From P2, Unsafe will carry on for one more lap. So 15 laps on the tank, that's got to be at least 2 more stops, hasn't it? If you can only do 15 laps. I'm going to take you to 45, so this is going to be a 3-stop race. I feel 3 laps of fuel saving is massive. Look at Glyn, because Glyn's usually very good at saving fuel. He's still doing well, so Glyn... I mean, Glyn possibly, but I don't think the tyres will do it. So even if the fuel would, the tyres aren't, so it's going to be a 3-stop race. See if they're going 1 and 4th then. Mikey has passed Zom, because Zom's in the pits, but he's also got himself a half-second penalty again. Are you the new Arsenal Joe? The man who will seemingly forever had a red bar below his name. Mikey getting big 4-tyre drift into the wall. He is pushing. 39.4, 39.3, 39.6. There's 3 flying laps then, so good pace from Mike on the hard tyre. Going to all of our stream viewers, 26 apparently watching. Please like the stream, thank you very much. It helps to build our reach. More people can watch, and then more people want to join FTRL. The more people will race, and we can point and laugh at other people with the mic spinning, or other people can laugh at Mike spinning. That's what we want, really. So Stufo will be in this time around. Glyn might have 1 more lap in the tank. Joker will be in this time around, and Unsafe Race Leader is in. Oh, he's at the wall! Unsafe at the wall. Oh, he's been reset to track! Drama for the race leader. Big drama for the race leader. Is he going to have the fuel to get round? That's why you never trust the game on the pit entry. He's hit the wall, it's reset him onto track. He's going to be in fuel mode. He's going to be deploying fuel mode, Goy Carp, to get round this lap. Drama for the race leader. He was sitting pretty, and now he's in trouble. He's now got to get around on fumes. Fumes. Yeah, absolutely. What? Why would it reset him to track? So Mikey then and Blue Flag have just been given a massive lifeline. Blue Flag is now out on the hard tyre. That's why he practiced the pit lane. Unsafe, just sent it hard. Villeneuve Glyn is 14 seconds. Mikey now just 19 behind. Yeah, big ouch. Joker in 5th, and where's Unsafe going to come out and all this? And Odon and Derek still battling. Of course, they've jumped up the order a little bit. They're now ahead of Zom. Stufer's come back just behind Zom again. Stufer on the medium tyres as Zom. It's the tyre they started on. So they're double stinting the mediums. They'll probably go hard next and then finish on the softs. Harrison P10, he's on the hards now. Then Unsafe has made it in on fumes. So he's made it. But at what cost then? Mikey then will come round. Glyn's probably going to go into the pits as well. He does. How's his pit entry? A little bit more reserved, and he makes it in. That's how you do it. So Mikey then will come round and re-inherit the lead. Oh wait, Unsafe is short-fueled. Massively short-fueled. Blue Flag coming down the start finish straight. Unsafe is on his way. He's on the hard tyre. And I think he's going to stay ahead of Blue Flag. Blue Flag's got a fair bit more fuel in. But Mikey leads, and so all front three are now on the hard tyre. As a Joker, so front four are now on the hard tyre. Then Odon coming through. We're going to jump Glyn, who is currently refuelling. On the way he goes. He's on two. Is it another set of mediums, or is he switching to the hards? It's the hard tyre for Glyn. And he's going to be battling with Face Potter and Nobby Norris. He's going to drop in right between them, is he? Can he clear Nobby Norris? That'll be critical for him if he can get the run on Nobby Norris here. They're side by side. Glyn on the right, Nobby on the left. They're going to go side by side through the chicane. That's brave, but Glyn comes out ahead. Big move for Glyn in that battle for 5th. That's going to be massive for his race. Zom is up the road. Stufer right behind him. Derek and Odon 5th and 6th. Odon's car, they're getting all sorts of wobbly. In a very lonely P4. Carrying on, complete lap 17. On to lap 18 we go, not even at halfway yet. Has a comfortable 5-second lead at the moment though from Unsafe Release. The return is 4 seconds up the road from Blue Flag. He's had a bit of a stinker of a final sector there because he was 7 seconds off the lead. He's now 10. So Blue Flag having a bit of a scrappy end to his lap. Saw him lose the lead to Mikey, having clipped the curb. Oh, big 4-tyre drift there. Having a very up and down season. Let's say up and down season. He's either really, really good and right there with Unsafe Release, even ahead of him like he was at Abu Dhabi, for example. And then the races where he's still quick, but he's just not quite at the races compared to Unsafe Release, who just seems to be quick everywhere. Again, he's quick here, but he just looks on the raggedy edge a little bit, doesn't he? He looks like he's really wrestling that car. He's still quick, and he's still probably 3rd overall. Maybe even 2nd overall. Obviously, Mikey's still got to use the mediums. Si's still got the softs to use, so he will claw back some time. At the minute, the gap between them is 10 seconds, and it's going to be difficult to make that 10 seconds up, even on the soft tyres. I mean, that's also true, yes. Why hasn't he bought a new wheel yet? I would have thought. I mean, since I've transitioned to wheel now, I can't race this game, especially on pad. Can't do it anymore. It just feels so alien. In fact, it's always felt quite alien on the PS5 pad compared to the PS4. But this thing is just mad. Generally can't do it. So Mikey's lead then, 5.3 seconds into the gap, is slightly growing. At the minute, Mikey is legitimately in the hunt for the win here. Unsafe release is sideways, very sideways as well, slipping and sliding. He's lost himself about a second on this lap already. There he is, like second down, his personal best in sector 1. So Mikey's pulling away. Mikey has the critical thing around here, which is track position. We've seen how difficult it is to overtake without a mistake. Last around it was a 39.3 for Mikey, a 39.4 for unsafe, and a 40.8 for blue flag. So that final sector was scruffy. Blue flag will launch you off the curbs. Look how sideways the car is again. Trying to get the power down the back end, does not want to comply. Battle is on, and Joker sits in a very lowly P4, 10 seconds behind blue flag, 10 seconds ahead of Odon. Even Derek still battling over 5th on very worn soft tyres. Now Zom is catching them as well. On board with Derek in the middle of these three. Looking at Odon ahead of us in the screen. We're keeping an eye on Zom. He's closing in. Stufa not far behind either. Still keeping him honest. And Zom's blue car, and in the background there is Stufa in the red one. Doing a good job looking after his tyres compared to Odon. Look at how much Odon's tyres are worn compared to Derek's. Derek has got less fuel in. And Derek's going to in. Derek pits. How's his pit entry? Nailed it. Well done. Personal fastest lap then from Zom. 38.9. He applies the pressure now to Odon then, and Stufa keeping them honest while having a very strong run. James Potter back up to P8 where he was running in the first stint, now on the medium tyres. Got Glyn behind him, and Glyn's another one he's taking his pain at the moment. He's on the hard tyre, so Glyn, who was running 5th earlier on, battling with Zom and Stufa, he's now 12 seconds behind them, and so he's lost that massively in terms of track position. He's going to have to be fighting to make that up again over the rest of the race, and it's going to be interesting to see if he can do it. Has he made a strategy faux pas? Norris then going well in P10 just behind him, another one on the hard tyre. Got Macman and Derek. Derek's just out of the pits, and Derek's now on the mediums. Macman is also now on the medium tyre. There's a personal best in sector 1. Mikey pits from the lead. Mikey's in. The other two have gone through. Cap is a bit lonely, Jeff. Maybe then we'll be topping the tank up. He'll be onto the medium tyres now for the rest of the race. But yeah, be faster or slower. Make your mind up. Go one way or the other. The gaps are about the same either way, so Odon then will be on his in lap. So here comes Mikey out the pits. He's going to be joining around about where's Stufa and Zom. Oh, he's ahead of them. That's going to be critical for Mike's race. It's huge for Mike's race because Odon's going to be pitting this lap as well. Mikey can clear Odon on this lap, then great. He doesn't have to worry about it too much because Odon will be pitting at the end of this lap. Odon's in his own race. It's not Mikey's race, so I don't think about Mikey too hard, but is Mikey even going to get close enough to have a go? At which time Odon should be peeling off anyway, so he'll be straight out at the end of the lap into the pit lane. So front unsafe lead is 4.4 seconds. Just going to go around one more time. About blue flag behind him. Yeah, blue flag still going around. Oh, big full tyre drift again. Yeah, Odon then off this time. Mikey kicking up the grass on the outside there. Why is he all the way over there? Odon will go straight on. He will go through. Oh, Som's on a spin. Oh, hits the wall. Another one to fall foul at the final corner, and the beneficiary this time is Stouffer, who's up to 5th. I'm on his way. We've seen 11 laps on softs, haven't we? Mikey did 11. Here comes Odon out the pits. Derek's going around turn 1. And Odon is going to factor in right between Derek and Matman. So Derek was once again managed to undercut Odon. Yeah, true, Phoebes. He can take a little bit less fuel. That'll help tyres. I mean, Mikey's tyres didn't look too bad. I mean, oh, Derek's getting very slidey on the curbs. It's going to interest Odon. He's on the medium tyres now. All 3 of these cars on the same tyre now then. So these 3 are racing for position. Matman having a look. But they're coming in a very narrow line there. Very narrow line. In fact, he's compromised himself massively there. It's a shame for Matman though. He's now lost a hatful of time. And they're thinking about a move into the chicane and ended up almost rear-ending Odon. Managed to avoid it, but has cost himself a bag full of time in the process. I came back coming through in the Red Bull car. Static Shock also having a solid run today on the hard tyre at the moment. Just keeping pace with the guys early on. It's nice to see. Setting fairly consistent lap times as well, which is a nice improvement as well. We've seen him a little bit up and down at times, but seems to be getting on quite well with the circuit, Gilles Villeneuve. So hopefully the start of some big improvements for him. In the background to him then, unsafe release. He'll be in this time around then, as will blue flag behind him, probably, who's got himself a half-second penalty. Right, let's take on unsafe pit entry this time, shall we? Straight on. I think he'll take a little bit off it this time, won't he? Yes, he does. Smart. Blue flag's going to go around one more lap, isn't he? Yeah, blue flag's got more fuel in the tank. He's got one more lap with him again. Big slide out the final corner, kicks up some dirt. Mikey's got himself a half-second penalty. She serves. Unsafe is filling up with fuel. What's it going to be for unsafe release? Is he going to the medium? I think he's filling the tank, which suggests he's going onto the medium tyre. He is. Unsafe is on his way. Mikey's going to go through. So there's Mikey, there's unsafe. And critically for unsafe, Stouffer's got through it. Now Zom's coming around. He needs to get ahead of Zom, and he does. So Zom's collision with the wall has helped out unsafe relief there massively. There's now one less car he needs to pass that he would have had to clear had it not been for that little incident that Zom had last time around. Joker has also brought himself into the equation a lot more now as well. He's got some... He's definitely caught unsafe. So Joker's perhaps just brought himself back into range. Glynn still on the hard tyres, still pounding around. He's got the soft tyres yet to use as well, of course, so he will have one flying stint. And another stint on the mediums to come. Norris is now up to P8, these two both on the hard tyres. Derek and Odon, these two have been together all race, blue flag pits from the lead. Back up against Face Potter, who's just pitted. He's now on the soft tyre. will be rapid now. Goes up to 13th as I came back to pits. He's now onto the soft tyre. Looks like it's in. Mike coming round. Steeper going through. Now up to P2. Going very well. The answer is he's gone for the mediums because he's filled the tank, and I think he's going to come out behind Zom. So Unsafe did not have to pass it. Now where's Joker going to feed in as well? Where's Blue Flag? There he is. Where's Joker? They are side by side. Blue Flag ahead by a whisker. The Joker has brought himself right back into contention. So Joker's hard tyre stint then. He's got under the radar, but has brought himself into this massively. But the white line's fine. But what we've said basically is you can rejoin safely by cutting the line. However, if you make contact with somebody or there's an incident, then it will be on the car rejoining. So Joker then has now got himself somebody to chase, so I don't expect to hear from him in the chat anytime soon. You get on, you focus on your driving, Jeffrey. Safe as well in the distance. So then, just Mikey, 6.1 seconds of the lead here. Mikey is really in contention here, massively in contention for this one. Driving really well so far. Got himself a very comfortable lead as well. Stufer in between himself and Unsafe release, and he's got plenty of fuel left in that tank as well. So Stufer's not going anywhere anytime soon. Unsafe is going to have to catch and pass him. It's going to cost him time. Zom's in 4th. He's got a little bit less fuel, so he might not be a problem for Blue Flag and Joker. And Blue Flag's got himself another half-second penalty. So Joker just needs to stay close there. Side 3 stopping, yes. I think everybody's having the 3 stop. Jeff, I don't think anybody can do it on fuel, let alone tight tyres. I think are fine, but fuel is not. Blue Flag's a little bit deep there into the chicane. He's very sideways there, clips the wall. Chance for Jeff here. No way through though. Track position is critical around here because it's so difficult to overtake even with the mistakes there. Joker's all over the curbs. Oh, both of them are just sideways everywhere. Every corner exit. Ferrari's just shaking its hips. Screeching tyres. Blue Flag's deep again off the there again. Big drift again from Blue Flag. Joker trying to stay as close as he can to take advantage of this half-second penalty that Blue Flag's got. Blue Flag needs to try and get a good launch out the hairpin here and then just hope Joker has a tardy one. But he hasn't. Joker's actually had a better exit. He's right within range here. I think he'll get him. Penalty line halfway down the straight as well, so they're going to be losing time all the way down the straight as well. Here we go. Blue Flag will defend the inside. Can Joker get around the outside? Can he clear him? He can. Up to 5th goes Joker. That's a net P3. Net P3 then for one Joker. He moves ahead of Blue Flag. And Unsafe meanwhile has cleared Stufer. So that's critical for his race now because he's now 9.7 behind Mikey. Of course, Unsafe has the soft tyres yet to use as Mikey goes purple through sector 1. Mikey is flying. Again, the car wiggling around, but looks under control. Stufer having a big rear end drift there as well. And Zom is just closing in, but Zom has got significantly less fuel. So Zom's probably got about 2 laps left in before he'll be pitting. His 3rd stop. No, it'll be his 2nd stop. Yes, because Zom's done mediums, hasn't he? So. Here's Zom close enough for a Zom bomb into the final chicane. Here's the size of those curbs, it's not a move. It's a low percentage move unless you are fully alongside, and even then you're going to compromise yourself massively by arriving on the narrow line. It's on there right over the curb. Is he going to get away with without a penalty? He does. Now behind them, Joker and blue flag, nose to tail. But the back, Glyn still on the hard tyre, but he is now on his in lap. So then we'll be getting off of those hard tyres finally. Then he's got soft still to use, and he'll probably be on the mediums as well. As coming out of the pits meanwhile is Static Shocker. Derek and Odon still circulating together. These two have been glued together for most of this race. Derek once again just ahead of Odon. Now currently in P8 and 9. The jumped face Potter, who is now on the soft tyre, but does a personal best that time around. He's ahead of Matman, who has had a drama somewhere, a 1:48.4 last time around. That's not a great lap, but he's just done his personal best in response though. It's a good shout actually, Faber. It's a good point. The thing is, it's about the drop off though, really, than anything. Like, soft tyres will be good for a few laps, but it's later in the stint, like Matman has a big slide again there. It's at the end of the stint whether or not the difference is massive. We've seen Mikey going purple. Here we've got Zom thinking about a move on Stufer, and in the background blue flag's thinking about a move on Joker, but not close enough. Then Stufer's got defensive, let Zom go, and Zom's gone to the pit lane, so big compromise for no reason there. Forward for the best though, because yes mate, joined in December, so first time we've raced on it. Got this in Abu Dhabi, which is a bit meh. Zom and Glyn are in. Zom is off the medium tyres. He will be on his way on softs. Now, who have we got around him? He's just come ahead of Derek. So that's critical for Zom's race. He's ahead of Derek and Odon. And they've brought themselves into contention as well. Zom now on the soft tyre, so Zom's now going to be flying. Plenty of clear track as well, so Zom in P6. Stufer will probably be in this time around. I think at this point you'll be too far, but yeah, you're making a good point. Is Glyn going to go double softs to the end? Stufer there, trying to get the car turned right up against the wall. For the personal best middle sector. Front, just Mikey's lead is down to 7.5 seconds, so Unsafe has been catching him. He's now Unsafe catching some traffic though, and a half-second penalty for his troubles. So they're getting a bit of slipstream from I came back as he comes across the line, but he's got himself a half-second penalty as well. Suboptimal Sufa's gone round for one more lap. As in the background, blue flag attacking Joker. He's got the inside for the kink, but he's on the outside for turn 1, but Joker lets him through. Joker then doesn't fight it. Too hard anyway. So blue flag getting that place back then, so that'll about the final corner. Got the run, got the move done. Joker compliant in the braking zone there, doesn't want to have a crash of his own. Live to fight another day. Battle for the podium is still on though. So Unsafe is trying to chase down Mikey. Blue flag and Joker are battling hard for P3. Blue flag again sideways and into the wall. Into the braking zone we go, over the curb. Perhaps so, Phoebe, perhaps so. How are the fuels? And blue flag's got a little bit more. But Joker did pit earlier, so Stufer will be in this time around because he is now on the fumes. So I'll say for these 4-tire drifts out the final corner. Stufer into the pits. Safely. Oh, blue flag. Wow. Big snap at the rear there. That's going to give Joker a run down towards turn 1. Are we going to see a repeat of the move? The blue flag stuck on Joker. The answer is no. He didn't have a big enough slip. Blue flag will hang on to the place now, but Joker is right there. These two are dropping back from unsafe release. He maintains the fastest lap with a 37.6. Mikey did a 30... Ooh, dear me. His personal best not on the board, so... The first stint. So the fastest lap of the race is on the medium tyre, so soft is not necessarily the way to go. They're running right up against the wall. Side by side. Well, it's looking like it from the camera angle. Joker showing to the inside then. Looks like there has a wobble, clips the wall. Joker less than 2 tenths behind him. Oh, 2 tenths. Thinks about the move for the inside of the hairpin. He's going for it again. He's just showing in the mirror though, trying to force a mistake. Blue flag is wide of the apex though. And then has a bit of a slide trying to get the power down, but so does Joker. And blue flag just edges away. And does the slipstream start to take effect now? Now he starts to close up. That was my impression of Zach. But aka switchback. So he had to have 2 bites of the corner there and a big slide again, and that's going to give Joker a big run. Let's go on board. Is it enough? Blue flag's going a little bit defensive. Joker again shows to the inside, trying to force a mistake. Blue flag though gets it stopped. Apexes nicely, and through turn 2. Again the rear end of the car, trying not to comply. There, big hit the wall. I think Joker clipped it as well. Oh dear, big Joker there turning left through a right-hander. You see the early upshifting though. That's just kind of how you drive this Ferrari though. It's so good on fuel save. Blue flag is very sideways again there. He's just getting too much of that curb, unsettling the car massively. Look at that solid middle sector. Similar time to his best there. There is corner on the circuit. They're getting the car rotated. It's very narrow as well. Who's running the first race of the MotoGP? Well, it's based on the testing, you've got to think that the Aprilia pair of Bezzecchi and Agura are definitely going to be in the mixer, but you can never count out Marc Marquez because he's Marc Marquez and he does Marc Marquez things which are non-human things, and also Alex. Is it? I mean, I'm going to say Mark because it's Mark, but like Brad said, Bezzecchi's also I think very much in the mixer. Through the chicanes we go. Oh, in the wall, that side came back. So here's a lap down. Shame for him. Meanwhile, further back then, Zom is now leading the battle for 5th. He's on that soft tyre, of course, at the moment then, so pumping in lap times at the minute. He's just at his personal best. I mean, I think it will be an exciting season. Like I say, it's the last year of the rule change. The Aprilia looks like he's had quite a lot of work done on it over the winter. They brought some interesting things to testing, and the fact that they were very quick at Thailand obviously bodes well for a strong race. I mean, Bezzecchi was probably the best rider over the second half of the season, wasn't he? So with an improved bike, which seems to have, definitely cannot count him out. I think it'll be close. I mean, like, Mark only ran away with it when Alex got hurt, really. So it was kind of close until then, but then Mark just cruised it from there, really, didn't he? He was just like chipping away, wasn't he? He was just chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. Then had an off race and Alex would pull some points back. And then you go back, just pulling away little bit. And then Alex got hurt and it was just like big game, and he's gone. And once Mark's gone, then you ain't bringing it back. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. That's what we want, isn't it? We just want them to be close. I think Ducati have kind of at the top of the curve in terms of development. I don't think there's a lot else they can do to improve that bike. That's what they have been bringing various new bits. I think I was reading earlier that Marquez might be using the 24 spec aero just to help with his shoulder for the early part of the season because it helps him turn easier. So I think Mark's shoulder injury might be a key factor in keeping it close at least until he's fully fit. So we'll see them. Derek and Odon continuing to circle together. These two have been together pretty much since the start. Stufer in P8. Yeah, interesting. I think Mark's problem is that he's not had enough time on the 26 spec bike, has he, to really know. So obviously missed the test, didn't he, before the end of last year when the bike first came out. So not to begin with though, Stufer then purple in sector 1 then, so Stufer flying. He's on the soft tyres now, so that's his gap to Zom. So he's 49 off the lead. Zom is 30. That's 10 seconds. And it's Mikey Pitts from the lead. So this is Mike's last stop. Unsafer's going to carry on because Mikey, of course, has got the medium tyres to use again. Unsafer's got the softs. Blue flag and Joker still together. Again, blue flag, but keeping Joker behind him. Mikey topping the tank up. So Mikey then has made his final stop. He's on his way. Where's Zom? Zom's coming to the final corner, so Mikey should still be ahead of him. Which means he'll have clear track, and he will. Derek Pitts, as does Odon. Stufer will come through, retake P6, which is now, what can you do about Zom, who's also on the soft tyre. Dave Spotter also on his soft tyre still, but they're looking very second hand now. He will jump ahead of Derek and Odon. Yeah, I think Aldigo will definitely win some races, but over a full season I don't think he's going to be quite there yet. Takes a couple of seasons, doesn't it? Plus he's on a year-old bike, and that bike was a handful for certain Italian riders last season. So it will be interesting to see how Bagnaia responds this season, because there's a lot of rumours going around that he's going to sign for Aprilia for next year, and that Acosta will be at Ducati alongside Marquez. So it will be a proper Italian powerhouse team. Gilles then on the soft tyre, should bring himself back into contention. He's another 14 seconds behind Stufer and Zom, and that's who he's battling with earlier on. So Gilles definitely suffered in the middle part of this race, where he was right in the thick of it earlier on, but Zom and Stufer's consistency seems to have been better. So he's now got a bit of traffic ahead of him, trying to bring himself back into contention later on, but the strategies haven't finished yet. So it looks like what Fever said, he's double softing. He do longer on the hard tyre as a result, and does that hurt him? We shall see. It looks like the leaders are doing soft, medium, and hard. Spotter Pitts, and then coming up behind IK and back. It's a little bit lower on the exit there. Hopefully IK and back will let him go. She does. Nicely done. And then up to 7th. Spotter then going up, he'll probably go on to the mediums now to get to the end. As Derek and Odon, who are still circulating together, both have half-second penalties. Norris coming around. I should see Face Potter rejoining the track in a moment. Matt Mann's going to jump him as well by the look of it. And it's the medium tyre, yeah. Matt Matman is going to jump face spotter. Matman has got another stop to make as well. So Unsafe Release leads the way, but has got one more stop to make then. He's going to go into the soft tyre for the final stint. Sun's starting to set. The driver's eyes through that part there. Super consistent lap times. Look at that though, from 29 to 38.5, then 39.2, then 38.4, 38.3, 38.2, 38.8, 38.4, 38.5. Super consistent from Unsafe Release. Trying to bring himself back onto the tail of Mikey. Blue Flag and Joker still circulating together. Blue Flag just put a little bit of time into Joker. Joker still very much with him. Still in the podium hunt. Of course, Joker will be in. If not this time around, next time around. He's on the red line. Better run to the middle sector there, taking about half a second out of Blue Flag. Also just done a personal best there at 38.3. Joker's going to be right on the limit of soft tyres. We saw Mikey do 11 laps earlier. That's what Joker's going to have to do as well. You see, they do seem to hold up okay, and of course he will be on lighter fuel because Mikey was on a full tank. Joker will not have to fill the tank completely. Into the pits he goes. Makes it in safely. Alright then, undercut is on for Joker. Where's Mikey? Here he is. Now Mikey needs to be setting quick lap times. Ideally ahead of Unsafe because he needs to jump Unsafe. So Unsafe will be quick at the end on those soft tyres. He'll be coming back at Mikey. And Mikey's going to have to defend. 38 flat is a good lap time for Mikey because Unsafe did a 38.8, so that's 8 tenths favourable to Mikey, who had about a 5-6 second lead anyway. So these laps are critical now because Unsafe is on the red line. Then this might be his in lap. He might have one more. Where is Joker? There he is. He's in as well for his final stop. Fuel going in. Just do for into P6 as well. Here comes Derek and Odon. And they've jumped Glyn, who's now on his way. Maybe Norris is going to get ahead of him as well, as is Matman, I think. Where is Glyn? He's going to come out into some traffic here. Now, where's he going to come out relative to Matman? They're going to arrive at turn 2 together, I think, here. Can Glyn get around the outside? The answer is no, he can't. Unsafe Release then is in. So race leader in, Blue Flag in as well. Similar on fuel then, Mikey coming around down the back straight then up to the final chicane. This is critical, this is critical, this is for the race lead. And potentially the win. Unsafe has finished fueling. He's on his way. Mikey's coming down the start-finish straight. Then he will take them. There's Unsafe Release. They're going, oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be very, very close. But Mikey's going to have it. So Mikey leads, but just. Those in laps, that 37.6. He's done a personal best last time around, Mikey, and he needed it. So here we go then. It's Unsafe versus Mikey. Mikey on the mediums, Unsafe on the softs. Zom has come out. Well, Zom is now just ahead of Blue Flag, who's come out the pits. The gap back to Joker's 2.5 seconds, so the undercut did not work. Oh, the Joker is purple through sector 1. Blue Flag going to make short work of Zom here, who's got absolutely cooked tyres. He's also on his in lap. That's going to be big for Blue Flag. However, Zom's still there, so he's going to compromise his entry into the chicane here. True. Unsafe Release, then the gap is a second. It's now how long do those soft tyres hang on for? And can he make the move while they're still the better tyre? It'll last well, but the medium tyres will be durable. They are pretty much identical on fuel. We'll be catching Zom, but Zom will be pitting in, so he needn't worry. Zom is going to peel off then. Through Zom into the pits there, having to stick to the grass there to make sure he avoided blue flag. Oh, Joker's gone deep. Mistake there in the chicane. And Stufer then. He'll have one more stop to make. Big amount of curve there, big curb. Eric and Odon still together, forever together. He has double softed, as Fever predicted. He's got himself some traffic. So this is the closest battle, and it's the one for the lead as well. Like Fever said, who on bingo card had Mikey down for battling for the win on merit, apart from maybe Unsafe's pit adventure. However, that said, Mikey had a poor run up the chicane there, and Unsafe has got within half a second. There's a bit of a washout there through the corner. That's given Unsafe a big chance here, big chance for Unsafe now. Gap is 0.3 of a second and tumbling. However, I don't think it's going to be enough to the final chicane. We've seen how difficult it is to make a move into the corner. As he's lifted off there, he's trying to get the exit. Mikey attacks the curbs. Unsafe as well. But Mikey's had a good run through there and will be safe into turn one this time around. Another lap ticked off. So that 41 we go. It's the fastest lap of the race from Unsafe, a 37.5. Mikey did a 37.7. Oh, Mikey's wide. There's a chance. Here's the chance. That's the mistake. And Unsafe is at the inside. Mikey's on the grass. They're side by side. Mikey's trying to hang on around the outside. He's kept him off. Sideways against the wall. And somehow Mikey hangs on by the skin of his teeth. What a save from Mikey there. Great battling there. I thought for all the world that Unsafe had that move done. It was up the inside on the soft tyres. But Mikey hanging on around the outside on the brakes. Unsafe gave him the room. Great driving from these two. Mikey hangs on. But it's a warning shot. Oh, he's deep. Oh, he's through the chicane. And Unsafe takes the lead. Saved 1 moment and a half-second penalty as well to boot. Oh no. Well, Unsafe's gone deep as well. There was a chance there for Mike as well. But it's not over. It's not over. Mikey just needs to get his head screw back on again quickly. Like we said, yeah, blue flag's got a half-second penalty as well. Tom's on the hard tyres. Oh, Mike hits the wall of champions. Hard. It's been a very scruffy end to the lap from Mikey. Very scruffy the end. Has that just given Unsafe the advantage he needs to pull away now? We've seen how quick he is in qualifying. He was 0.6 quicker than anybody. And that lead is now 2.5 seconds. Mikey, though, has got longevity on his side in terms of his tyre life. Unsafe soft tyres will disintegrate. But he's fastest of all through sector 1. Mikey goes a personal best as well, though. He's responding. Blue flag now is the fastest lap at 36.9. So blue flag has found some pace on the soft tyre. Joker just hasn't been able to match him, despite doing a 37.2. Also the lappage does a 38.1 and blue flag does a 36.9. Oh, no, tell a lie. Both did 38s last time around. Stufer then has got one more stop to make. I think if I were you, Stufer, I'd pit now. Get on the soft tyre as quickly as you can. You've got less fuel to put in, and then you've got more time to try and catch Zom, who's got to be on the hard tyre. So you're going to take him bags of time out of him. So Stufer, if you're listening, get in the pits right now. Derek and Odon still circulating together. These two have not been more than about a second apart all race, it feels like. Since the start, Derek slipped back towards Odon, and these two have just been circling together ever since. Glyn, what happened to Glyn? He was running P5 early on. His hard tyre stint has just dropped him out of contention massively. Don't know if he had a drama somewhere, but Glyn was very much in the hunt earlier on. That man trying to chase down Nobby Norris. Both of them on the soft tyres. Coming back, has got to face Potter behind him. That's a shocker. He's had a good race, to be fair. He's been a lot more consistent this week, which is good to see. It's the first step on the road to improving. He's not being consistent, Mikey's going to have to find a way through. It's not the easiest place to catch him. Gap has grown already massively. Unsafely, he's pumping in the fastest lap of the race, 36.7. Just when he needed it most. Well, gets himself a half-second penalty, so well, he went a bit hot into that chicane. So Mikey just needs to get back into his rhythm. He's lost his rhythm a little bit. He's almost back on his personal best pace, look, so it's not over. So front four have all spread out, and they're all now 5 seconds apart from each other. Stuber has pitted. Oh, he's gone to the hard. Oh, Steve had the hards to use still. Oh no. Of course, he double mediums at the start, didn't he? Yep, of course. So it looks like Zom then. For start fifth. I can't remember if he started fifth actually. I think he did, didn't he? But Glyn jumped him. So Zom then. He's going to come home. Comfortably leading GT3, I believe. Unless Mike, I can't remember if Mike's GT3 or GT2. Can somebody confirm? I don't know. I think some of them have forgot to do the Evo update. So just see who's got what car on. So Unsafe's got the non-Evo. Mikey's got the Evo. Blue flag is Evo. Joker's Evo. Som's Evo. Stufer's non-Evo. Derek's Evo. Odon's Evo. Glyn is non-Evo. Potter's non-Evo. Nobby Norris is Evo. That man's Evo. One came back is Evo. And Desert Shocker is Evo. Oh, Mike's got almost a half-second penalty now as well. So, trying to get back in touch with unsafe release, but making little errors. Half-second penalty. Mistakes through the chicane a couple of laps ago that released unsafe release, I think was the big moment there, having held him off through sector 1 and then made a mistake at the next big braking zone and let unsafe go. Unsafe has not looked back because he has pulled himself nearly a 6-second gap. Oh, and another half-second penalty for Mike now, and he needs to get his head back in the zone because blue flag is closing in. 37.3 from blue flag, 38.7 from Mikey. It's a 1.4 seconds blue flag took out of him on that lap. Mike's got a half-second penalty to serve this lap as well. Blue flag is going to be chasing him down for P2 here. Gap is 3.7 seconds and Joker now at 7 and they're 8 seconds back from blue flag then. So despite bringing himself back into contention through the middle part of the race, blue flag on the soft tyres has just cruised away. Joker has resumed his lonely race in P4. Tom, another brilliant drive from him in 5th. Stufer as well has been absolutely superb tonight. Great job from him in P6. Derek in the background though. I fancy this, you know. Not fancy lap times as Stufer doing 40.3. Derek doing 39.3, so second quicker. He needs to be doing a little bit more than that though if he wants to catch him, because that will get him there on the last lap. Hold on as well. Glyn is also trying to close down on Odon and Derek, so those four are coming together. spotter. Really P8 early on, the first stint on the hard tyres, but subsequent stints have not gone as well for him. He slipped behind his brother, behind Derek as well. Robin Norris then about to go a lap down to unsafe release, but he's got Mattman not too far behind him. The battle for P2 is getting ever closer. Mikey 39.9 that time around. Oh, he's sliding all over the place on blue flag. Also letting black lines down the track then. 37.4. 2.5 seconds that lap. So a mistake somewhere from Mikey's at the wall sideways. Out of 4. He's on a charge and the gap down to a second. Mikey Roux, that first stint when he used soft tyres, and he was behind blue flag for a good chunk of that lap as well. Or that stint, sorry. Tyres though are starting to get worn there, again all over the curbs. Goes back up to 1.2. It's 7.8 now for the lead. With the blue flag, there is Mikey. He's in slipstream range and down the back straight. Not going to be close enough for a move into the chicane, but Mikey fancy moving to turn 1. If he can get the run out of the final chicane, then he's laid on the brakes. He's going to go over the curb, is he? Oh, he does. Just to back out of it. Mikey has a big sideways moment as well, though. It's more or less as you were. They cross the line to start the penultimate lap of the race. And so Felice has now checked out in the lead, but this is the battle for second. Mikey's away from the apex there. Blue flag closes up. Oh, Mikey sideways, blue flag sliding as well. Not close enough for a move again. Just about within a couple of tenths of his personal best through sector 1. Blue flag closing in. Oh, off the curb again. The car goes sideways. Gap down to under 0.4 of a second, then approaching the second chicane. Oh, Mikey's deep again. Blue flag there has a big slide as well. Mikey's over the curbs. Blue flag's got to run, though he's up the inside. He'll have the inside for the hairpin. Can blue flag get it stopped and turned? He's going to park him on the outside as he does. Both cars on the twitch on exit. Blue flag all over the curves, but he's through. On the penultimate lap, then blue flag snatches away P2. And the same corner, very lost out to unsafe release. He loses out to blue flag. Or the mistake at least happened at the same corner. And that gave blue flag the opportunity to into the hairpin. Blue flag though mounts the curb at the final chicane once again. Gets very sideways. But still unsafe then, up front, untroubled. 9 seconds to the good. Joker in a lonely P4. So in P5, Stufa has managed to stunt the charge of Derek and Odon. Derek's got himself a half-second penalty then, so Odon will be interested in that. And Glyn is still catching as well. Oh, Odon's got a half-second penalty now as well. So Glyn might be with them on the final lap. Derek and Odon serve their half-second penalties. Can Glyn get within range on the final lap then? It's going to be a big ask. Odon has now caught Derek. Is there going to be a move into turn 1? And O's got a good chance here. Goes to the inside. Derek has had Odon behind him for a good chunk of this race. Then he goes deep into 1. Odon to the outside. Flash of the lights. Into turn 4, Derek's got the inside line. Odon going to try and hang around the outside. Can't make it though. But our winner is the man who took pole position by 0.6 of a second, but had to start fourth because of a penalty. Though it's unsafe, wins in Canada. Blue flag will come home in P2. Mikey going to end up P3 there. He'll be disappointed, but a good drive there nonetheless. Joker come home in a very lonely P4. I mean, just ease himself back into podium contention in that third stint. In the end, though, was unable to make it pay. Then Derek and Odon still going at it on the final lap, and Glyn is right there now as well. He's just clipped the wall. Odon to the outside again, and Odon's through. He's through, cuts across the nose, goes to the inside, covers the line into the hairpin. Is he going to go deep? He's going to go deep. Oh, Odon, having got the place back, throws it away, but he's got a good launch off the corner. Zon coming to the final chicane. It's lonely. We're going to go back and watch this battle. It's a drag race down the back straight. Derek covering the inside, Odon to the outside. Zom crosses the line in 5th. Into the final chicane we go. Can Derek get it stopped and turned? He can. Odon's over the curbs though. It's a drag race. They're side by side. Half-second penalty. Oh, he's going to lose out to Glyn. Odon gets it on the line but slips back behind Glyn in the end for the penalty. So Glyn gets 8th. Odon is 9th. And the face spotter will be the last one across the line in P10 with Nobby, Matt, I came back, and Static Shocker already finished. Very true, very true. Well, there we have it then. Unsafe release is victorious at 8.1 seconds, the winning margin in the end. So it looks more comfortable than it was there. That was not a certainty until about, what, 4 or 5 laps from the end there. And he made the move on Mikey when Mikey made the mistake at the chicane. The blue flag stealing P2 on the penultimate lap of the race from Mikey, who led for so long in that race. Great drive from Mike. He could be gutted to be only P3 after that. But that is still a very good performance. The Joker in a lonely P4, having been in the hunt for the podium going into the final stint. Zom there, a very good drive from him into P5. Stufa also a very solid job as well in P6. Derek prevailing in that great battle there with Odon in 7th, and Glyn pinching 8th on the line there with Odon getting that penalty at the death. Face Potter, P10, a bit of a lonely position for him in the end. Then Nobby Norris and Mattman coming around 11th and 12th. I came back 13th, Static Shocker 14th, and then we lost Monte Carlo early on when it looks like his brake stuck. So it looks like he had some wheel issues there. Well, once again, GT2 and GT3 have delivered a cracking night's racing. Great job from everybody once again. If you liked the action tonight, we're going to do it all again tomorrow with GT1. So please do join Joker 8:30 tomorrow. So once again, the GT1 boys will hit the track here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. For those in the stream, thank you very much for watching and the comments as always. If you haven't already liked the stream, please do so before you go. That helps us with our reach and brings more people into our community, which is always a good thing. And yeah, that's it then. Next week then, as you can see, we are at Kyoto Yamagiwa. Reverse as well. So that is the scene for next week's race then. Mazdas and Ferraris next week then. It is a split week then. It is week 7. So the penultimate week of the championship, I do believe. Mikey, just by the way, if you are watching this at some point, I will need you to change the title because I put it as the round 5 and it's round 6. My bad. But yeah, that's it then from me. Thank you very much for watching. Please join Jeff tomorrow for 8:30 and we'll see you again real soon.